On May 27th, Memorial Day, one of those checkpoints on the baseball calendar. Joel Sherman, time to take stock. And today it is for free agents. When a player signs with a team, Joel, good morning to you. We judge it initially, but now there's a little bit of sample size, right?
Yeah, good morning, Lauren. Yeah, it's literally 1/3 of the season. Most teams have played 54. That's 1/3. This is traditionally the time where we begin to think about the pennant race. So I did a deep dive on free agents. What does it look like 1/3 of the way through the season? And if we're going to go backward 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, I'm going to start at number 5 with Griffin Canning, who, the Mets are getting a reputation for being able to fix pitching. Sean Manaea and Luis Severino really killed it in free agency after they were Mets last year, and the Mets helped fix them and turn them into really good starters. And they've done that. For $4.25 million with Canning, we're talking about a guy right now, 2.88 ERA through 10 starts. He was a 4.78 ERA guy in his career with the Angels. And just look at this list. The difference, he is the biggest drop difference, a 2.31 drop from where he was to where he is now, 288, among guys who had 150 innings last year, at least 50 this year. And I'll throw in one other one. The Mets have helped transform Clay Holmes from a reliever to a starter. He's also doing very well. And if you looked at that list, I'll go right to number 4, because number 4 on my list is Nathan Eovaldi, who re-signed as a free agent with the Rangers, 3 years at $75 million. And I want to say, for a guy who probably has no shot at Cooperstown, this guy has one of the most interesting careers to me. I mean, a desirable career, a beloved player wherever he's played, a great postseason pitcher, a key guy on 2 championship teams, and now at 35, pitching better than he ever has before. It's amazing. He leads the major leagues in WHIP. He has a 1.60 ERA. He has a fascinating career.
Oh, wow. An opponent slugging 270 against him. I had to check with Seth and research because the numbers were so silly. His age 35 season, you're right, better than all the rest so far a couple months in. I like this Carson Kelly pick at number 3, and you can even throw Matthew Boyd in there. And I think it's because maybe we didn't think he'd be on this list. I shouldn't speak for you. Did you? Couple months ago?
Well, I mean, when you think about the list he's on now, 2 years at $11.5 million to be the co-catcher, the backup catcher, he's kind of maybe an all-star catcher at this point. Look at this is the list for 100 plate appearances, OPS this year. Right, we're expecting Judge, Freeman, Ohtani, maybe Schwarber at 5th. There's Carson Kelly, 4th. He has 22 walks and 17 strikeouts. He's popped 9 homers. And I love quirky stuff. Lauren, is consider this. Kelly and Luke Weaver were the 2 key guys traded for Paul Goldschmidt in 2018. It's taken all this time. They've both become stars. They might end up at the All-Star game. You know who else might end up at the All-Star game? Paul Goldschmidt, who would be 6th on my free agent list if we went all the way 1 through 10. I think we'll show it at the end. He's having a great year. He might do it also. That was the trade. And I just want to do what you did. You mentioned Matt Boyd at the beginning. Matt Boyd and Colin Ray, smaller free agents, helping the rotation. And just along the way, the Cubs brought in Keller, Pomerantz, Flexen. They're all pitching well as small minor league free agent types out of their bullpen to deepen that.
It's a good point, and they're on top of the Central because of it. Before Alex Bregman was put on the injured list, and you mentioned it, and Robert kind of teased this, he was the guy. I found it interesting, Joel, that he assimilated so quickly. Was Boston the landing spot you thought he had to go to? What have you seen a couple months in? He's just been on a tear.
Well, the sad thing is, I think if you did a 1/3 AL MVP, Aaron Judge would win again. But I think Bregman would be in the conversation for 2nd. And now for the at least the next third of the season, where at this first third, he's not going to play because of his quad injury. And anybody who played with him in Houston, played against him in Houston, seen him in Boston, there's a certain professionalism, intensity he brings every day besides his excellent skills. And he was doing that with Boston. And so the loss is dramatic, especially if you consider what the soap opera's been there around third base with Rafael Devers, and he was solving third base. So to me, it's a tremendous loss. But I did want to note that for at least the first third of the season, this was going spectacularly well for Boston.
I hated when Alex Cora said it was going to be a while. I love watching him. So he is at number 2 and number 1 on your list. Rightfully so is Max Fried. I remember, Joel, his first start in pinstripes, and it was so-so. And ever since then, complete domination. What's impressed you most?
So when he signed with the Yankees, Lauren, I wrote a column in the New York Post that I compared him to Jimmy Key. Athletic, unflappable lefty who had already won the clinching game of the World Series. Nothing's changed. Jimmy Key has lost to time a little bit as an important Yankee. The Yankees were one of the worst teams in baseball from 1989 to 92. He showed up in 93, and he was just great. You know, he had like a 1.90 ERA in his first 11 starts, just like this. And I think Fried has been transformational also in this way. The Yankees were built around Soto last year and Judge. And to some degree, when he came back, Garrett Cole. They don't have 2/3 of those guys this year. They wanted to become more athletic, deeper, better run prevention overall. And this guy's done that. The Yankees are 10-1 in his start. He has the best ERA in the major leagues. And the great Sarah Langs, I want to give her credit at MLB.com, the best ERA through 11 starts for a Yankee since it became a stat in 1913, an official stat in history. This is the Yankees. He has the best ERA through 11 starts ever for them. And this is if somebody would like to help get my children through college, want to go to NewYorkPost.com. That's the top 10 list, and you could read it all on there, and also see who all my honorable mentions. And then you can send me nasty, DMs and emails to tell me I messed up.
It seems like you've done this before.
Yeah.
You've been there before. There's Paul Goldschmidt on that list. I think he should be in Atlanta for the All-Star game. Joel Sherman on the inside corner. Thank you so much.